The Manananggal is a mythical creature in the Philippines that separates from their lower part of its body, and their fangs and wings give it a vampire-like appearance. The Manananggal is described as scary, often hideous, usually depicted as female, and always capable of severing its upper torso, and sprouting huge bat-like wings to fly into the night in search of its victims. The word Manananggal comes from the Tagalog word tanggal, which means to remove or to separate, which literally translates as remover or separator. In this case, one who separates itself. The name also originates from an expression used for a severed torso. The Manananggal is said to favor preying on sleeping, pregnant women, using an elongated proboscis-like tongue to suck the hearts of fetuses, or the blood of someone who is sleeping. It also haunts newlyweds or couples in love. Due to being left at the altar, grooms-to-be are one of its main targets. The severed lower torso is left standing, and is the more vulnerable of the two halves. Sprinkling salt, smearing crushed garlic or ash on top of the standing torso is fatal to the creature. The upper torso then would not be able to rejoin itself, and would perish by sunrise. The myth of the Manananggal is popular in the Visayan regions of the Philippines, especially in the western provinces of Capiz, Iloilo, Bohol, and Antique. There are varying accounts of the features of a Manananggal. Like vampires, Visayan folklore creatures, and aswangs, Manananggals are also said to abhor garlic, salt, and holy water. They were also known to avoid daggers, light, vinegar, spices, and the tail of a stingray, which can be fashioned as a whip. Folklore of similar creatures can be found in the neighboring nations of Indonesia and Malaysia. The province of Capiz is the subject or focus of many Manananggal stories, as with the stories of other types of mythical creatures, such as ghosts, goblins, ghouls generically referred to as aswangs. Sightings are purported here, and certain local folk are said to believe in their existence despite modernization. The Manananggal shares some features with the vampire of Balkan folklore, such as its dislike of garlic, salt, and vulnerability to sunlight. The seventh was called mythical, and his purpose was to show himself at night to many persons, without his head or entrails. In such wise the devil walked about, and carried, or pretended to carry, his head to different places, and, in the morning, returned it to his body, remaining, as before, alive. This seems to me to be a fable, although the natives affirm that they have seen it, because the devil probably caused them so to believe. This occurred in Catanduanes. Father. Wine de Placentia, Customs of the Tagalogs, 1589. Brujo. Magtatanggal. Descend que vuelo y cum carne humana pero cuando levanta el vuelo no lleva más que el medio cuerpo y por eso se más y porque este tangle que es desencajar y el tal desencaja la mitad del cuerpo y se lleva consigo dejados en casa el otro medio. Magtatanggal. A witch. They say that it flies, and eats human flesh, but when it flies, it only has half its body, and that is why it is called tanggal because it is tangible, and can disengage, and he dislodges half of his body, and he carries the other means at home. Fray Domingo de los Santos, Vocabulario de Lengua de Gala, 1703. Manananggal, 1927, directed by Jose Nepomuceno, was the first ever Filipino horror movie. It is a silent movie starring Mary Walter portraying the Manananggal in its current form, having the upper torso detach. Not much is known of the film's plot. Manananggal vs. Mangkukulam, 1960, directed by Consuelo Osorio, is a Lee Productions horror comedy starring Pugo, Lopito, Patsy, Shiki, and Aruray. Mga Bataang Lajim, 1964, again by Consuelo Osorio, features 1960s teen matinee idol Sampaguita VP All-Stars. It features a prominent scene where German Moreno and Boyolano turn into a Manananggal after applying oil to their bodies, after which they sing the popular Parang Bukid folk song. In Lipad, Darna, Lipad. 1973, directed by Manning Borlaza, Gloria Romero plays the respectable teacher Miss Luna, who is secretly a Manananggal. It co-stars Vilma Santos. In Pagsapitang Dilium, 1975, Perla Bautista plays a mother who tricks her daughter Gina Pereno into becoming a Manananggal as part of her coming-of-age rites. Shake, Rattle, and Roll, 1984, is the first in a series of horror anthology films. In one episode, directed by Peque Galaga, Herbert Bautista plays a teenager in a faraway province. A Manananggal is said to live within the vicinity, and is out to eat people. He is given the task by his grandmother to kill this creature. Having found a way to prevent it from returning to its body, he must now survive the night to protect his family from the creature's attacks. It co-stars Irma Alegre and Mary Walter. In Impactita, 1989, Jean Garcia plays the role of a young girl whose mother is a Manananggal. When she turns 18, she transforms into a wild blood-sucking creature at night by the ear sound of a bat, and sucks the blood of any living person she can find. Other stars include Richard Gomez, Aga Malak, Gloria Romero, and Nita Blanca. In one episode of Shake, Rattle, and Roll 4, 1992, a homeless family and their neighbors in the city of Manila are plagued by attacks from a Manananggal. A little boy, I.C. Mendoza, suspects a nun, Aiko Melendez, to be that creature, but no one believes him. He finds himself racing to prove his suspicions before he becomes the monster's next victim. Takot Ka Basadilin? 1996, features a brief scene where Marjorie Barreto plays a young woman who turns into a ravenous Manananggal at night who hunts for unsuspecting victims. Other cast members include Angelo De Leon, Rika Paralejo, Bobby Andrews, Red Sternberg, and Amanda Page. In Manananggal in Manila, 1997, an English-speaking Manananggal, Alma Concepcion, spreads terror in Manila. Bonsai Girl is a 2002 graphic novel series created, written, and drawn by Filipino artist and model Jinky Coronado. Its main character, also named Jinky Coronado, is a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl, but has a mysterious connection to two other realities. When her worlds begin to collide, she is forced to battle various monsters, including a vicious Manananggal. Dio, Sa Mundo ng Elementalía, 2008, is an animated film directed by Robert Quilao whose plot revolves around Bubu, Nashaguas, who is out to save his abducted grandparents in the land of Elementalía. It features a friendly vegetarian Manananggal named Anna, Katrina Legazpi, relating her to a different species of bat which is a fruit bat, as opposed to the bloodthirsty ones based on the folklore. Pokwang co-stars. Michael DeForge's comics anthology Lose No. 3 includes a 3-page wordless comic entitled Manananggal. In Episode 5, Island Lights, The Island of Fire, of Marvel anime, Blade, 2011, Blade and his partners encounter a mutated version of the Manananggal and its victims while hunting down Deacon Frost on the island of Siquijor, an island province in the Philippines. The Aswang Phenomenon, 2011, directed by Jordan Clark, is a documentary exploration of the Aswang folklore and its effects on Philippine society. The evolution and history of the Manananggal is explored from an anthropological, sexual, and pop culture view. Produced by Highbanks Entertainment Limited, the cast includes Peque Galaga, Rodolfo Vieira, and Maricel Soriano. In the TV series Also Ni San Roque, 2012, directed by Don Michael Perez, Fatima, Mona Louise Ray, is a blind girl with a heart of gold who is the offspring of a mortal and a Manananggal. Her fate is to end the devastation of the Aswang in the human world with the help of Ongal, the dog statue of San Roque that has miraculously animated. It features Canlayan, guard over Sosa, the Manananggal leader of the Aswang of the Wind, or airborne Aswangs. He once loved, and failed to lured, LJ Reyes, a Manananggal herself, and the mother of Fatima. Fresh Meat, 2013, a novel tied to the TV series Supernatural by Alice Henderson, features the main characters battling an Aswang in the Sierra Nevada mountains during a blizzard. The creature in this novel sucks human organs out through a proboscis, and inserts body parts of other humans into the victim then seals the hole. The main characters make a whip tipped with a stingray barb, and coated with spices to kill the creature. In Midnight Blue Light Special, 2013, the second volume of the encrypted series by Seanan McGuire, the protagonist Verity Price slays a Manananggal in a hospital. Manananggal, 2014, is an Android game by Jigs and Game Studios similar to Flappy Bird, featuring a Manananggal. The episode Si Esperanza, Ang Rebeldang Manananggal, Esperanza, the Rebel Manananggal, 2014, of the Philippine TV series Elemento is about Esperanza, Glazida Castro, a pediatrician with two mortal sons, her desire to protect her children, and avoid the way of the life of being a Manananggal. The episode is directed by Topo Lee, and co-stars Valerie Concepcion and Maria Isabel Lopez. Nightfall, Escape, 2016, by Zeno is the first ever Filipino horror game, a first-person survival horror video game featuring a Manananggal as the main antagonist. In Mommy Dearest, Grim, the 14th episode of Season 3 of the supernatural drama television series Grimm, and the 58th episode overall, which premiered on March 7, 2014, on the broadcast network NBC, features an aswang attacking Wu's pregnant childhood friend from the Philippines. It turns out Wu's friend married into a family of aswangs, and the one attacking her is her mother-in-law, who claims she will die if she does not eat her first grandchild. Ang Manananggal sa Unit 23B, a horror romantic movie made in 2016, and had its cinema screening in 2017, focuses on a love story of a woman by day, and Manananggal by night. It features the actress Riza Senan as the Manananggal, and actor Martin Del Rosario as her love interest. Deadly Vows by Carrie Arthur has a Manananggal which is terrorizing newlyweds in the Castle Rock Reservation. In the game Shin Megami Tensei V, Manananggal was revealed as a new demon, and the first representative of Filipino folklore for the Shin Megami Tensei series. In the erotic novel Melania, Devourer of Men, 2018, by J.D. Boninger, Melania Trump is a secret Manananggal who struggles to keep her identity hidden after her husband becomes president. The graphic novel Kasama, 2021, by Alan Matudio prominently features a Manananggal as a main antagonist. Aswang, however, aswang is a generic term, and can refer to all types of monsters, usually ghouls, werbeasts, and vampires, and witches, mangkukulam, etc. Tik-tik, Manananggals are sometimes referred to as tik-tik, the sound it makes while flying. Folklore dictates that the fainter the sound, the nearer the Manananggal is. This is to confuse the victim. Black cats and crows often signal a tik-tik's presence, and deformed faces or bodies in children are allegedly signs of the aftermath of a tik-tik attack.